Hello, everybody, and welcome back to TCR, the Platinum Division. My name is JB, and I'll be taking you through tonight's proceedings, fresh off the bat of my turn for once being on Wednesday, having the pleasure of hosting the Formula 2 memorial race for Antoine Hubert. Thank you to all of the people that came to join us. Thank you to everyone who came to actually watch the stream as well. Thank you to TCR for letting me have that. But we're not here for racing. We're not here to race tonight, are we, Kitten? I have Kitten back with me.
It is. It's going to be a few different races, and I'm going to need you guys to follow with me. We're going under a standard heat racing format to set the grid for next Thursday, when the actual race will be taking place. It's going to start off with a one-shot qualifying session, and after that, we're gonna drop the bottom 5 drivers. That their positions are going to be set, so 16 to 20, they're going to be set, and then we're going to just do the next 15. It's going to be another 5-lap sprint race, and then those positions, 11 to 15, are going to be set, and then in the grand finale, we're going to have the top 10 qualifiers from a one-shot qualifying lap. They're going to be locking in the top 10 spots on the racing grid for next Thursday. So damage is on. Should be quite the ride here tonight. I'm not sure how aggressive these guys are going to be, but I do expect some shenanigans going into turn 1 pretty much every single race.
Most definitely. And the one thing we should probably bring up is one-shot qualifying, 5-lap races, no safety car. So you're crashing the wall, there's no chance of a safety car because it'll be 5 laps, no point. Parc Fermé, though, and this is a big one, Parc Fermé is off. So these drivers can go for the setup that will destroy tyres for their qualifying heat and then have a conservative setup for next week's race. This is going to be great. This is much like how Formula 1 should do qualifying, if you ask me.
Oh, I actually like that idea. Yeah, we're going to be missing a few drivers. I believe 18, 19, and 20 are probably going to be set. Looks like Psycho Sane isn't going to make it. Porridge isn't going to make it. And unfortunately, ZX is getting hit by a hurricane right now. So hopefully his head is both figuratively and literally above water.
Yeah, we wish all the luck for ZX as he sits through and rides out this hurricane. Hopefully it doesn't do too much damage for him to be able to come back and race with us next week. But, I mean, it's great that they put us back together, isn't it? I mean, why did they put us together? We were terrible last time.
Yeah, you know, I hadn't done it in a while. I had some pregame jitters going, but I think we settled in a bit as we went along. It was fun. Being the second fiddle for once. I'm a role player, JB.
Oh, so am I. I've just come out of a Red Dead roleplay, so I'm sitting here trying not to make a mock American accent out, because I think if I sit there and do an accent like this, I might almost get killed by about 50% of the grid. So I will leave that away because we're here in Monaco.
Now, yeah, we are here in Monaco.
Question I want to ask you.
Yesterday was tough.
That was about you, yes. You were driving the Russian time, weren't you? You were the number 2 car.
Yeah, I was Katasuki.
Makino, yeah.
It was, yeah. It was rough. I didn't really have a setup. I did like two laps of practice, and off I went. I believe I ended that race with about 81% wear on my front left tire. So back to the drawing board for the actual race next week. But hopefully I'll figure it out. Yes. That was rough. I got to a point where I couldn't even turn.
Yeah, the F2 race last night, no damage, and it produced some fantastic racing. And I tell you what, that race last night, I really enjoyed doing commentary on it. I do urge you guys to go and watch it. It's a memorial race for Antoine Hubert, who died last week. And yeah, it was emotional. It was quite, tears. I actually did almost cry at one point, which was quite an emotional statement. But then again, I've been crying all week because all I've been doing is things for Antoine all week in leagues on commentary. But we've had our tribute for Antoine from TCR. Now it's time to look forward to the Platinum Division. this is going to be interesting to see who is the best racer out of all of us, especially with points on the board for qualifying as well.
Yeah, we got points on the board for qualifying, and in the final race, we're going to have some actual championship points for both drivers and constructors. So this isn't all just about qualifying. This is also could give some guys a leg up in the championship going forward.
Hi B, it's my B is my normal joiner in the chat. B also says hello to you, Kitten, as we go through. So we're on board with Secret right now in the Williams. We're going to try and follow who's on pole most of all, but we're going to actually just pick one driver. We're going to pick Joe Breezy and sit on board with him as we're going to commentate who's on pole position at the end of this one-shot qualifying lap. Obviously, we can't see everything, so currently
Double A.
Go on. Double A's and the mark.
Double A and Secret are switching first and second at the moment.
I think Secret's currently solidifying first a little bit as Double A makes a mistake. Look at the movement though, Fatal right down there. He drove in the Trident last night, my favourite Formula 2 car, as they rush down. So on board with Joe Breezy, this one-shot qualifying session as they head down into the chicane. I think Double A is doing a good job, but Secret, no, taking pole position right now. No, Double A, so actually get right back, and Talon's right in the mix as well. Look at fantastic drivers. We are just watching the pylon. Ignore the McLaren on screen because we're more interested in who's going to be on pole position. Right now is Talon, who's looking to take pole position in Heat 1 here at TCR in Platinum. Who's going to have it? It's only a few more corners to go here at the duel in the TCR crown. It looks to be Talon.
Ooh,
I think it is. It's Talon! Oh, look at how close that is!
1/10 of a second. 1/10 of a second from Talon. Talon's had some rough races so far this season in Platinum, but that'll bode well for him for the rest of tonight.
He has had Will Power's luck. So for the first feat qualifying here, they'll determine the top 15 drivers will be Talon in P1 ahead of Double A in P2, Zandamar in P3, Seafreeze is in P4, Secret is in P5, Joe Breezy in P6, Lopez is in P7, Jones is in P8, Lion is in P9, Giant, Johnson, Alex, get that right, is in P10. Professional is in P11, iRoll is in P12, Beagle Fever is in P13, Go-To Guy is in P14, Jermaine is in P15, Hot Bread is in P16, and Fatal is in P17. We will lose two drivers this qualifying session. Right now, Hot Bread and Fatal are in the big drop zone, aren't they?
Yeah, that is the drop zone. That's gonna have to keep an eye towards the back of the grid at the start of this race because those guys are not won't want to get too close to that P16 spot.
Essentially, if you have to pit here in Monaco in these heat races, that is going to bode really hard and really bad for you to try and get up the constructors table. This is going to be fun, and I don't know where it's going to go. Do you?
Your guess is as good as mine. I'm just here for the action. I do want to point out that this is Secret's first Platinum class race. He was leading Golden class, but he has made the move up, and he actually had a pretty impressive time fighting for the top three throughout most of it. But it looks like I was riding with him. I think he lost it at swimming pool, made a little contact with the outside wall. So he's going to start a little bit further down.
Okay, so no formation lap here as we've still got the connection issue by the looks of it. Lights out and away we go for Heat 1 here in Monaco. Get everything loaded up because it's almost a move for turn 1. Almost damaged as they come through turn 1. There is a few, but there's a damage in the background. Professional and Jermaine are in trouble. Oh, big crash between the Ferraris, crunching against each other. Big accident, and Hopred's out. Hopred is out. That is him qualifying in P17. And Fatal knocking the other Ferrari. The Ferraris will be out.
Oh, boy.
What on earth is going on here? Big contact here between Giant Johnson and iRoll. iRoll doing his best job to be as normal here into Platinum. And what a start already. Controversy. And Hot Bread is going to be, well, there's still time to add in stewards' inquiries between now and next week's race. So this is not a totally set grid, but it can be a set grid. But they know now there's one position now, and they could essentially all drive in formation at this point, couldn't they?
They could. They could quite literally do that. I know Fatal's probably having a sigh of relief here. That was 2 by 2 by 2.
Jermaine's out. That is it. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay, so we can
that's it
essentially
for
have
Ferrari.
everyone retire now. Within one lap, we've announced the two drivers we will be losing in this heat are the both Ferraris, Germain and Hotbread, will be no longer qualifying and will be starting at the back of the grid for next week's TCR Grand Prix.
That is not going to bode well for the championship standings. It's going to be pretty tough.
Yeah.
Starting anywhere behind P12 or P13 to make your way through the field. Obviously, the most difficult circuit to overtake at is here in Monaco.
So Lopez is within 4 seconds, 4 cents, sorry, of Joe Breesley. Lopez, who was last driving the Cerusse car from Formula 2. But Iroll in the Racing Point is looking to roll on past Jones into the hairpit, into the chicane, sorry, and decides not to this time round, does that Canadian.
Looks like Fatel's going to pick up a 2-second time penalty, but it's not going to matter much for him. He can just pick up and hope to qualify a bit better in the following heat race. I should also mention Joe Breezy does have a 2-second time penalty as well, as Talon Guy sets the fastest this lap at a 1:10.3.
So we'll just recall we do all these drivers will be seeing again in Heat 2, so hopefully we'll have a bit of a cleaner race there, because they did sort of just go very gung-ho into turn 1, didn't they?
They really did. I noticed as soon as it started, the Ferraris were going side by side. I think I saw a Ferrari in plate bouncing along the front straightaway once everyone had cleared turn 1, and then towards the back of the field, everybody was going 2 by 2, and that's just not going to work out. I'm surprised that only the 2 Ferraris are impacted.
I tell you what, in the other league I commentate on Thursdays, we had someone go side by side on Monaco's hill from turn 1 all the way up until Mirabeau.
Oh, God.
And it was the most phenomenal move I've ever seen. It had all 3 of the commentators just stunned.
Yeah,
So, go on.
I can't even imagine.
I'll send you a link later.
Attempting that.
Talon right now, the almost the willpower of the Toro Rosso team has had such a bad start to the season. If he can win this, it'll be almost like when Power won the Indy 500. He's going to be really up there to show his worth now against his teammate, who's obviously leading the championship.
That's true. I'm not sure exactly how many DNFs Talon has, but he has DNFs in a considerable amount of races so far, which is really unfortunate because Toro Rosso should be leading the championship by more than they actually are at the moment.
Well, it's not just that. He's had some really, really nasty luck, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Yeah, can't. I guess Free's got all the luck in the Toro Rosso team so far, but
well, next you know he'll be promoted to Red Bull, won't he?
Yeah. Who knows? A good performance here, and he'll be partnering Verstappen next season.
So, as I drink my very nice coffee, that really is nice. We know there's 2 positions already set, as this qualifying heat has sort of become moot straight away, and it's such a shame that Ferrari. Fatal has retired in P15. Can't see where that is, but it's in Sector 3, so it's a big enough accident to cause the yellow flag. Let's have a look at Steve Freeze as go-to guy passes Giant Johnson. Oh, Giant Johnson's in trouble. Giant Johnson passed by 2 cars actually.
He's missing a significant portion of that front, the right side of his front wing.
Caterham level downforce.
I would imagine he and Fatal might have gotten into it there. Down position in third sector.
The other Red Bull of the professional. Last time I saw him, I think he was driving an MP Motorsport car from Formula 2. I loved doing commentary on Formula 2 last night. It was really fun just to see different cars on track rather than the Red Bulls and the Ferraris and that, you know?
I'm glad you had fun because it was pretty tough.
Yeah, and the turbo lag in those cars looked really hard to drive with.
Oh my god. Yeah. Anytime just like halfway through about second gear, you just get so much wheel spin. A lot of guys are running traction, but...
So, sorry, I'm going to have to interrupt you, because crossing the line, Talon wins the first heat, double A P2, and Zendemar P3. Secret is going to come home P4, but is that going to be how it's going to be in the rest of the heats? Is it going to be Talon running away with it? Because he got very lucky this time round.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, but these one-shot qualifyings before each heat race definitely gives a chance to mix up the grid each and every time. It'll be tough to remain that consistent throughout the pressure cooker that is a one-lap qualifying.
And you've got to do that 3 times.
Monaco.
3 times. So we're actually going to skip the podium because we don't need to see it 3 times, really, do we? But Talon wins ahead of Double A in P2 and then Zandermeyer in P3. Is that the way it's going to be this week? Well, barring that, here are the rest of the positions. Secret P4, C3 P5, Lopez P6, Joe Breezy P7, Lion is in P8, Jones in P9, Iron in P10, outside of the top 10 Pressure in P11, Go-To Guy in P12, Vigo Fever in P13, Giant, Johnson, Alex in P14, Fatal DNF, but will transition over to the next qualifying session in P15. The 2 drivers out of qualifying, and we will not see them again until next week. We say goodbye to both Ferraris, Germain and Hotbread, after 2 incredibly difficult choices, 2 incredibly difficult qualifying sessions. I think we might see Hotbread handed off to the stewards later, don't you? Because that was a pretty nasty incident.
It was quite. I'm not sure all the cars that were involved there. I know Fatal was. Obviously, his teammate Jeremiah was, but the bottleneck going up the hill.
It might not have looked as bad as it was. We did sort of clip onto it as he went off, but what may have just happened, Hotbread might have just dipped offline, and that's really dusty at that line. I know in my personal league race last night, I actually dipped offline. I fishtailed the rear end and ended up smashing my wing on both the car next to me and the wall. So I understand how difficult it is going up that hill on that one. But we do have to say goodbye to both those Ferraris. Such a shame.
We've got thankfully we've got Jones in here. He'll be kicking everybody out as we go along, just to avoid any confusion.
Captain Kick in the McLaren.
Yes, he's a bouncer essentially, the TCR bouncer.
So we're going to have a little bit of downtime while we wait for the next one, and we're going to have a chat. So, Kitten, how was your week? Oh, as we wait for Kitten to sort his mic out for a little bit. There you go. Hello.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. You know, it's been sunny. We had a 3-day weekend. Worked from home on Friday, so it was actually basically a 4-day weekend. I enjoyed that, and ever since then, you know, sunny weather. No hurricanes here in the middle of the country, so everything's fine and dandy.
You live in the country? I thought you lived in your mom's basement.
I do live in my mom's basement, but it is in a certain part of the country. It's in the Midwest.
On the move.
So.
Yeah. But my question to you, have you seen Lando Norris's helmet, his special helmet design for this weekend?
I did, right before we went on air. Somebody posted that. I did see the video of him at Silverstone last week, hanging out with Valentino Rossi. Pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, I was there.
Too.
I was there actually at the same time as him, yeah. But I was there last week with the World Endurance Championship, marshalling that, and you know what? After I actually got sent a video of Hubert's accident, and I thought, okay, nothing of it. It's just a Formula 2 crash. I didn't get time to properly watch it. And then about 30 seconds later, I looked up, and where I was, I could see the pit lane at Silverstone, and they were deploying an ambulance because there'd been a crash at Silverstone. Luckily, that driver, I must confirm, that driver is okay. There was no incidents with that driver. He had an accident at Magnussen Beckett's, and his LMP3 car got destroyed. It was hit hard enough to have to warrant releasing the ambulance, which then, upon the restart of the European Le Mans Series, they then had to release another ambulance because there was another smash upon the restart. Oh no. Ooh. Yeah.
WEC running out of ambulances to send drivers off in.
You never want to see ambulances, especially as a marshal sat there thinking, oh god. Mainly because, oh god, they're going to have a long red flag, or oh god, they're going to have a long safety car. You just want to get on and do it, you know? I don't like marshalling endurance racing. It's so boring.
I can actually imagine that. I've thought the same thing, because, I mean, do you have, like, shifts? No. I mean, what was it? Was it a 12-hour race or was it 6?
4. This was a 4-hour race, but there were 2 4-hour races in the weekend, and I just wasn't interested. I got really bored really fast. So, one shot for the qualifying heat. Qualifying has begun. We're looking at Lion right now, who's battling again with Double A, and Talon, who's looking for pole position again. Talon is trying to fight. Whoa, big overstep moment for GTR as he catches the rear end.
Lost a lot of time going through that Mirabeau.
Mirabeau, yeah, into Lowe's, and then into Portier here. Then the corner names get a bit squiffy for me because I always question whether at the end of the tunnel this is the Nobel chicane or whether this is swimming pool. I think this is swimming pool. There's a swimming pool up there.
One is the first. This one is
Nobel. This is Tapat.
The one data.
This is Tapat.
This one is Shiraz. This is Shiraz, and then or Shiraz, and then this is the swimming pool.
This is swimming pools. That is Nobel back there. See, I'm all hello. Hello, what's your name? Case, how you doing? Yes, I've got my kitten with me. I've actually got 2 kittens with me. But right now, it looks to be a repeat of the first one. Talon on pole ahead of Double A in P2, C3's in P3.
It's closer. Got closer. And,
man in the danger zone.
Sticking up, but Talon does have a phenomenal bit of pace around here.
So, oh, that's really close. Here is qualifying heat 2. Talon in P1 ahead of Double A in P2, C3's in P3, sorry. Secret in P4, Fatal in P5, and Iron in P6, Jones in P7, Zandamar in P8, Professional in P9, and the man on the hot button is GTR Lion in P10. Giant Alex Johnson is in P11, The Good Fever is in P12, Lopez is in P13, Joe Breezy is in P14, and Go-To Guy is in P15. Wow, I've just seen some of the names down at the end of the grid. That's going to be interesting.
Those are some big names. I think now we have
champions down there.
Now that we have 5 cars, the past 2 champions are down there in the final 2 positions. So, yeah, I think the as if the last time in the last heat race we only had 2 cars battling for that last spot, and unfortunately neither of them made it past the first lap. But this time we got 5, and we have a handful of pretty good drivers back there to battle it out. We got to finish P10 or better to advance to the final 3-lap shootout. So definitely worth keeping our eyes on.
If you can, try and get on board with one of those drivers at the back end if it allows you to before the timer loads up. I will keep my eyes on the top, as always, here for another 5-lap sprint race. Let's see what this heat can produce. Talon's won 1 already. Is he going to come out and win again? We have the lights. 5 red lights here at Heat 2. Heat 2 has begun. Now it's a good start from Double A in P2, but a better start from Talon in P1 as they come charging down into Sandoval for the first time, or the second time now, as they come through, all piling in, and it's actually Double A in P1, and look at that Secret, trying to go one way then the other, trying to go round Talon. What's happening back there?
Oh boy, they just went 3 wide back here in the massive net.
It's a car everywhere. Oh, Breezy's in trouble. Breezy's got damage front wing. It's a champion out. He's bumping and bashing. He's in the back of Vegans. Oh no!
Looks like
he's
we're
jammed.
All stopped up. Both of the Red Bulls.
No!
We got a traffic jam. Breezy and Destiny, Giant Johnson, Alex. Looks like those guys are not going to be advancing, but honestly, who knows? Looks like professional's out. He had lost his front wing. Couldn't make the corner.
He's lost it in the garage. In the garage in there. So that's 1 driver out. Talon dropping further down the field. I see Fatal also pushing through. Lots of drivers with damage this time around in Sector 2. And you've got to think, the champion of Season 7 in Platinum is out. And Talon's in trouble. Talon's in the barrier. Talon, move! Go! Talon, what are you doing? What's this? What?
He just let everybody by.
What?
I'm not sure what's going on right now.
What? No! What?
Yeah, and
that's not how it works. What? Hold on.
I'm not entirely sure. I think Talon was retiring. He was trying to retire. But yeah.
What?
Wow.
Heck?
And
hold on. Let me just reattach my brain of what I've just seen here. In a qualifying heat race, the man who got pole position in both heats is out of his own volition. Now, has something happened at home in real life? Or has he just had enough. What?
That's a good question, JB. That is a good question. I'm not sure what was going on. It looked like he was just idling, kind of going back and forth. I thought he was waiting for the rest of the field to get by, but then the final driver was Destiny, with half a front wing already, just clobbering the back of him, forcing him to retire. Gotta say, I have not seen that before, and
I am
now we're in a
utterly
position
shocked.
where. Now we're in a position where if someone makes a mistake, Breezy with half a front wing in that McLaren, he has a chance to somehow make it to P10, although Go-To Guy is quickly chasing him down as he has limited front wing damage.
Well, Lopez also has front wing damage, and he's in P10 right now. There's still a chance here. As yes, B, what is me right now. I'm still in utter shock. You heard my Britishness genuinely come out there. I do apologise.
Well, just to complicate matters, JB, Begood has a 2-second time penalty, so technically he is on the drop line right now in P10.
Few drivers running the number 19, I assume they'll be asked to return back to their normal numbers because they thought they could change their numbers for the Formula 2 race last night, but that isn't how it works. The Formula 2 have the cars. The cars have numbers. Oh dear, I think that's definitely Joe Breezy out now.
Yeah, Breezy does not.
Yeah,
he's just going to let Go-To Guy.
So he's giving the Canadian of Go-To Guy a nice chance at trying to get past. He has a few seconds to gain in the last 2 laps as Giant Johnson is in the wall once more. I believe is this his first time at Monaco? Because TCR has not been here for a long time.
No, well, it is Destiny. He's the artist formerly known as Destiny, so he has been here quite a few times with TCR, but this is the first time we've been here since season 5.
Contact between Zandamar and C3s, but it seems that Destiny or Giant Johnson is out of the race. I want to call him GJA now because I think that's just easier to say sometimes. I will ask him at the end of this race, can I call you just GJA? Because that sounds awesome.
We still got Begood back there in P10. I think that these guys in the top 10, as it stands right now, all they really have to do is just keep it on the track, and they'll be all right.
I've got to say props right now to Sequit. A golden class driver that's come up to Platinum for one race. I mean, he's coming up for one race, or is he coming up for the full season from now?
I believe he's coming up for the rest of the season. He's on a trial basis, but I must say he was a lot quicker than all of us in Golden. So hopefully he does well.
Well, I believe as we head on to the final lap here, we already have 2 drivers confirmed to be out of this, and that is Giant Professional and Talon. Shock and awe as Talon is out. I think that I must say that looked to be like he was able to idle and sit there. You know, we'll discuss this in the downtime, I think, rather than discussing it now on stream as we look at Lion trying to get past Jones. Again, they know this is the last lap. They must think I'm in the top 10. It's fine. Lopez to the inside, though, or Begood definitely saying that what a move in the hairpin there. Seemed a bit do or die, but he's in a Haas, and it has to be done. That's my 1 for stream. Good move, though, as we look at Lion once more. Lion looking to the inside on Jones. Jones having a whopping qualifying session. He's really struggled with that McLaren this season, but now it looks to be in a good position.
Lopez is spun.
Oh, Lopez in trouble.
Spun in Novell.
This is it. Is Lopez going to lose the chance?
Oh, wow.
At being in the final heat here at Monaco. This is on penalty. Sector 3 yellow flags are waving. Who's made a mistake? Further up. Who's going to get through? Go-To Guy looks to the inside of Raskowski.
Go-To has to make a move.
Run down to the line with DRS. Who's going to run? I think it's going to be...
Exit.
It's Go-To Guy's out! So, the drivers we're losing in this heat are Go-To Guy, Joe Breezy, the reigning champion, Giant Johnson, Alex, Talon, and the Professional. Both Red Bulls, a Toro Rosso, McLaren, and an Alfa Romeo.
That is going to be an interesting P11 through 15 mix here for the actual race next Thursday night, same time, same place.
Double A wins though in Monaco. Well done to Double A.
Credit where credit's due. And that was a good drive from Secret, finishing less than half a second behind.
Yeah,
I believe they're friends in real life, or at least on the internet.
I had Secret on comms
maybe half a
few weeks back. I think I had him at Singapore.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, he was good. Nice guy.
Welcome
Nice
to
helmet.
Miami, where the players play.
So once again, we're going to skip the podium. We'll have the podium though for who's on pole, because we can use that instead. We'll skip it for this one. Ta-ra, guys. We will see you again at the next heat. Thanks, B. B's becoming my recurring fan. I'm enjoying this. I enjoy seeing B every week. So, barring any serious investigations, these are the heats. The drivers going through to Heat 3 and the final heat. Double A in P1 ahead of Secret in P2 and iRoll in P3. That's going to be an interesting fight for this next race. Zandamar in P4, Jones in P5, C3's current championship leader is in P6, Lion is in P7, Fatal is in P8, Beagle Fever is in P9, and Lopez just scraping through in P10. Drivers who will make it no further in qualifying. Go-to guy, Joe Breezy, the reigning Platinum Class champion. Giant, Johnson, Alex, Talon, and Professional are out. Wow.
I may be wrong here, but Giant, Johnson, Alex, he may have been the Season 5 champion. He has won a championship before, so you have 3 reigning champions. Go-to guy, Season 6, Breezy, Season 7. And then Destiny, they're all going to be starting next to each other, 11th, 12th, and 13th for the race.
Normally I call anywhere from between P8 down the crunch zone, but at Monaco it's from P2 down is the crunch zone.
Yeah, pretty much. And then P20 can just go ahead and get off to as slow of a start as he wants.
P20 does a Kibitza start and is currently in P1.
Yeah, if you have to choose a spot to start, it's either P1 or P20. Anywhere in between.
It's like Mario Kart, isn't it?
Pretty much. I do want to talk about on that opening lap. I'm surprised they all made it through, although this probably had a hand in why everyone had damage. Breezy, Professional, and Destiny went 3 wide through Massanet after the hill, and it looks like they all picked up damage. Then that carried over into the Grand Casino hairpin, where obviously the track was blocked, and those 3 were more or less screwed, along with Go-To Guy for the rest of the race.
Once again, drivers are able to appeal and send things in to the stewards, and that can possibly affect qualifying position. But this has just got even better, because guys, this is now going to be a 3-lap race. 3 laps.
We got fireworks.
Plus the qualifying lap, so a 4-lap race technically. Kitten, how the hell are we going to keep up with this?
Well, you got the coffee. I don't. So I'm going to be leaning on you.
I've got the coffee and a Persian cat sat here watching. My cat is very pretty, and she's cuddled up next to me.
Yeah, I got plenty of cats if you want to take any. We've got another one-shot qualifying, then the 3-lap sprint race, as you said, and then first place in this is going to have 3 points towards the actual championship. Second has 2 points, and the third has 1 point. So if you finish on the podium, you will get points to go along with points for the fastest lap overall in one-shot qualies and the fastest heat lap overall in the race. So
Talon had a real chance of walking away with maximum points, didn't he? Because he got 2 pole positions. Had a chance of walking away with maximum points if he'd won this race, won the second race, and got pole position in this race.
Yeah.
And then won the race. I think there's something like 60 points available, isn't there, for the actual Grand Prix?
Yeah. Exactly. And for the Constructor Award, I mean, whoever finishes first in this race does get 30 points towards their Constructor total. So Talon and Freeze could have got a hefty load of points there. But yeah, unfortunately, that is not going to happen due to more bad luck for Talon after a pretty strong qualifying performance in the first race and race itself. Yeah, JB, any predictions? Because
I was going to say Talon, but not now. I reckon, you know what? I reckon it's Secret. The guy who I'm on board with may be the guy who's going to get pole position today. He's shown some amazing pace. He's currently fighting with C3s and AA for pole position in the final sprint race. This obviously is going to enable drivers 1 through 10. It's going to be 3 laps of, hopefully mentalness. it's going to be C3 and the now returning to Platinum class drive of Secret, who joined me on commentary. Very quick driver in the Golden class is now going to put pressure on their neck and neck. I wish I could have a split screen between these two as they go through here. Oh, C3's! He spat at the hairpin! No, he hasn't spat at the hairpin, he spat at the chicane. Or he straight lined it. One of the two. He is in last position. That is it. So who's on pole? That is going to be
invalidated. Secret is the favorite for pole in his first race. See if Double A has anything for him. They're neck and neck. And it looks like Secret's got it. Secret's got it as he crosses the line. He's going to get it. Wow. In his first official driving in Platinum class, he's going to be on pole for this final heat race. He's on pole position for pole position, essentially.
By 1/10 of a second, Secret takes pole, and Double A is in P2, Zandamar is in P3, Fatal is in P4, High Roll is in P5, and Lopez is in P6. Breathing. Lion is in P7, Bigger Fever is in P8, and Jones is in P9. C3's bottled it, an absolute treat there, didn't he?
Believe he straight line Nouvelle and got that lap invalidated. That is the tricky part about, there's a fine line between pace and making sure you don't get disqualified in these one-lap shootouts. Boy.
So, C3's new job is now just get as high up the grid as possible in this 3-lap race. But where can he go? I reckon about P5 if he's lucky.
I mean, you never know with the amount of accidents that are possible around here, but it's a big ask to really get anywhere above that P6, P7 area.
But do recall, this is only 3 laps.
3 laps.
This is metal. This is absolutely mental.
I would imagine we're probably going to see more overtaking in this 3-lap shootout than we will in the entire race next week.
Well,
at least on
if it rains next week, it might be different.
Oh God.
I did rain practice. I could not keep the car on track, and I'm on medium traction.
Land some rubber on the armcos.
Okay, so for the final time here in the heat races, the lights are on. Heat 3 is going to begin now, and it's a bad start from Secret in P1. He's under pressure, but he is still leading as he covers off Double A into P2, and Jones is down to P10.
Lopez, Be Good, and Freeze all picked up wing damage. Lopez went in a little deep, and it looks like everybody got smushed together, essentially going into Sandoval.
What a job right now, because there's lockups to go, and there's a big crash between Be Good and Jones. A C3's to the inside at lows. Low gears, low revs. Oh. What a move.
Move.
And look at that, Secret's disappeared. For once in my life, my prediction might come true. But both racing points in this final. As we look now, C3's to the inside, decides not to on lap 1 out of 3 here. And C3's with a time penalty. Oh wow, the championship leaders race is unraveling before it's began.
Yeah, pretty much everybody. I'm not sure if GT has any wing damage, but
look.
Pretty confident Lopez,
yes.
Jones,
a bit of wing damage on the left.
Freeze have all picked up a little bit.
So 1 Williams leads and C3's to pit lane. That's it. I think that really is it for C3's qualifying here in TCR for the TCR Grand Prix.
Over a second, well over a second, nearly a second and a half as we head up the hill. Wow, so, in a Mirabo. All Secret has to do is keep it on track at this point.
So Lopez wanted to get into the top 5. Now in the top 5 is a good position to start for the Grand Prix next week. He's fighting hard. A bigger fever on the back of the McLaren of Jones. It just pays not to be a champion in Platinum in this qualifying session, doesn't it?
It does. And this is gonna be a big coup for Double A, as Xanamar's gonna be looking to make a move on here pretty soon.
Big wing damage from Jones's McLaren. How I got Ferrari out of that, I don't know. This is orange, not red. Good grief, Jack. Wake up.
Close enough.
One's from Britain, one's from Italy. These guys aren't friends for a while. History jokes. So looking at the 21 of Lopez as he is on the back. But if we actually look at Fatal, the other Haas, Secret, the fastest man on track before the final lap has begun with a 2-second gap. And it looks to be Secret is going to be on pole position for the Grand Prix, the TCR Grand Prix next week. And now Be Good on the run, trying to get past Jones. Jones slamming the door shut on the run up to Casino Square. He's hassling him in the Force India, in the Racing Point, sorry. To the inside that Mirabeau decides better of it. Oh, he got wiggly. The man with that's actually a really pretty helmet. It goes with the car really nicely there for Be Good. I hope he keeps it. I know it was for Hubert, but I hope he keeps it actually. It's quite nice. Zandamar on the back of Double A, but it's not going to happen. It looks to be that Secret in P1 ahead of the Canadian and then the Canadian in P2. This is going to be real interesting coming into the race because a few more corners time, and for the first time in the Platinum division, Secret has got one corner to go before he is pole position king of Monaco. No DRS open. Secret knows it. He is on pole position for next week's Grand Prix. Well done, Secret. Well done
what
indeed.
What a surprise. Representing the Golden Class well. Pole position in his maiden Grand Prix here in Monaco next week. This is going to be quite interesting. Double A and P2, he stands to get quite a nice boost of points from Freeze, who will be starting P10, obviously.
Well done to all of the drivers that came here, and I gotta say, well done to Secret most of all, because he gave me my prediction for once. I said it'd be him on pole, and guess what? It's him on pole.
Not so much Xandamar with his best of the season qualifying performance in P3, Fatal in P4, Iroll in 5th, Lopez in 6th. Good day for the Haas's.
So
in terms of constructor points.
This is our top three here in Monaco for the Grand Prix. These cars will all be now tied down and they'll be locked up for next week's Grand Prix. Wowee, it's Williams on pole for the TCR Grand Prix.
Above all that, I'm pretty sure Talon had the fastest one-shot lap overall, so he's going to get 2 points, regardless of his difficulties there in the second heat race. And I'm not sure who had the fastest heat lap overall. I think that might have been Talon. No, just like in all the heats.
Oh,
in all the heats.
That'll be.
I'm pretty sure Talon did a 110.
So this is our top 10 for the TCR Grand Prix. Secret in P1 ahead of Double A in P2. Zandamar is in P3. Fatal is in P4. Iroll is in P5. Lopez is in P6. Lion is in P7. Jones is in P8. Bigger Fever is in P9. And Seafreeze is in P10. But I had to say a big but, because these positions are all subject to change, because we have a week. If anyone feels like they were hard done by in qualifying, they can hand that over to the stewards, and the stewards can hand grid penalties. And what a shock that it was. That was the most mental 30 minutes of my life there, Kitten.
I'm currently checking the Discord just to see if there are some hard feelings.
Look at W already. Wow. We're going to now just leave hold on. Me practice for 45 minutes. I'm going to actually leave this session because I don't think it's needed anymore.
There will be a practice.
But yeah, I'm streaming that. I ain't streaming that.
Leave that's open for everybody.
So we're going to now just show the driver the car that was on pole position, and it will be on pole position. It's a Williams. Wow. That was a thrilling 30 minutes there, wasn't it?
I'm sweating.
Yeah, we're tired. We were just watching.
Yeah, right. I can't imagine the pit sweat going on for these drivers right now.
So,
I do have to commend the Haas drivers, Fatal and Lopez. They're going to get 15 bonus points towards the constructor championship for qualifying P4.
Fatal has also had a pretty dire season so far, and this could be the turn of the
his qualifying's been good, but his races have been much like Talon's. Too many parts falling off the old.
Just give me a moment. I just had an invite from Jones. Invited me back to the session, so I'm not sure if he wants us to go back to session or not. What do you think? Should we go back to session?
I'm not sure. Let me check the Discord here.
Yeah, just check. Because, again, if they want us to stream the 30 minutes, then I don't mind. But, you know, coming up to my bedtime. But yes, this is the, I think the big stand-up performance was the fact that one of the big shocks were the fact that we had 3 champions go out in Heat 2. That'll be one to watch next week for the Grand Prix. But yeah, what will happen? I think, have we been given the okay to end the stream?
What'd you say?
Have we been given the okay to end the stream? I don't know if it, I don't really know if there's any more that we can add.
I would assume. I don't know why they would want to watch us commentate practice.
No, I mean, we can just talk about it all here. Look at the pole position car. Well, not this exact one. This is a model of the pole position car. And our normal pole position car has now been put into embargo. They'll be able to change the setup for the race. But wow, that was actually really fun. I was a little bit worried about what would happen, but this was really fun.
I think it was a really good idea. It was kind of up in the air for me. Didn't know if it was going to work. It's the first time we've ever done this sort of format. But I would say, well, for some drivers, they probably didn't like it. But in terms of entertainment value on a off week, it definitely delivered.
It most definitely has. So, as we just do a nice panning shot here of the Williams, this is the pole position car. We'll be seeing this car take on Monaco. I believe it's a 50% race, isn't it?
It is. Yes, it will be 50%.
39 laps.
40 laps?
39, yeah. 39 laps of racing here at Monaco next week, though. So all of our drivers are going to go off to bed in their nice Monaco houses.
At the Great Casino Hotel.
I've just had some interesting information from AA. I can guarantee you won't believe what I'm about to say.
That they're on pads?
Yeah, that both Secret and AA were on pole in second place, as I can get my teeth out. And they're on controllers. I mean, wow.
I have no idea. I have no idea how they do it. As a pad user myself.
Same. You know what? Hands down, I'm going to retire from racing because they are too quick.
That's true. My only hope is to continue finishing P7 in a golden class. That's my max.
Well, join us next week for the Monaco Grand Prix in all 3 divisions. Off week for gold and silver. They'll be back racing on Tuesday and Wednesday. That is Tuesday for the silver class and Wednesday for the golden class. And then join me, Platinum Commentator JB, giving myself a new title. I'll be commentating next week. I believe I might have either you or Dre joining me. I'm not sure. Kitten.
Either way, I'm always game.
Either way, wait for a week to play. My name is JB. Thank you so much for watching this qualifying heat series. Thank you, Kitten, for joining us for such a thrilling event tonight.
It really was. Hopefully everybody at home stays #blessed. We're going to be back on Tuesday on the channel. Not sure who's going to be commentating the silver class at Monaco, but that should be quite the show too, since they have ABS and medium traction control.
My name is JB. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time here at TCR. Make sure you check out the Fanatec link that'll be added in at the end of the show. Thank you to all of the TCR management for giving us such a great place to race. Thank you to my fellow commentators who always commentate throughout the week. Well, nothing more to say than otherwise I won't always end the stream. Ta-ra, guys!